Hey everyone! Alright, so I thought I'd do a quick video today on MERP and motivation. Those are the two most common email themes I guess I'm getting right now. So I'll touch on MERP. It is the Medical Education Readiness Program, and it is for pre-medical students before going down to the island. So I can talk about MERP and Ross because you can either do MERP or AUC, which is on St. Martin, which is American University of the Caribbean. So I did MERP to Ross, so that's kind of my journey. That's what I'll be talking about. So again, it's a 15-week program. You cover physiology, microbiology, biochemistry, and anatomy. So kind of the four really big science topics and basic sciences. So what it is it kind of sets you up for preparation to the island. So I had a low MCAT score. My GPA was fine, and my extracurriculars and volunteer work and all that stuff was really great. But my MCAT score was a little low. So before, I kind of got conditionally accepted to Ross, and upon passing this exam, my dog, again, of course, Dom, come here. Sorry. So upon passing the MERP program, I get accepted into Ross. It was an amazing program, and I'm not getting paid to say this at all. It really did help me. It gave me the tools to succeed on the island and obviously in clinicals, and it prepared me well because the pace on any Caribbean island or the pace in any medical school is crazy fast. So having those tools under my belt, kind of understanding the material a little bit better, because it's been a couple years since I've actually been in school, it really did help me a lot. So there is required and recommended textbooks. To be honest, hopefully MERP people don't get mad, is that I didn't buy any extra textbooks at all. I didn't use any external resources. I just used the MERP workbooks. If you can read those and understand those, you guys are completely fine for all exams and the final. Honestly, I'm being honest with you. I know they kind of want you to have some external resources at hand if you need some, but honestly, just go to the Q&As that the professors hold and ask as many questions as possible. A lot of people go to office hours a little bit too late if they need to get the score higher. And I know you need at least, I think, a 70 overall to go to AUC. And I think Ross, you need a 65 overall, but you need like a 70 in each subject. I'm not too sure on that because it's been like 3 years now since I've been in MERP. So they might have changed the numbers a little bit. So you have to make sure that you can't just pass the course with like a 60 or whatever the pass is. You got to make sure that you are doing well enough that they know you're competent to move on to the island, whichever school that may be. And that was pretty much it. So I got a couple questions about how I organize my days in MERP, and it pretty much is the same thing that I did on the island. So if you guys want to watch a couple videos back, I talk about how I study for basic sciences. So I know MERP is like 8 to noon, and then sometimes you guys have evening classes, which is like noon to 4 or like 4 to 8, but pretty much just there's a 4-hour lecture block. And what I would do is I would take a lunch break. So let's say 8 to noon, I take a lunch break from like noon to 1 or like noon to 1:30 by the time I got back to studying, and then I would at least study till like 8 or 9 p.m. So it is a full-time job, probably a little bit more than a full-time job, and I treated it like that. I treated it like my first semester of medical school, and I did well. You know, my very first MERP exam, I was like, no, like this is not MERP, this is not a conditional acceptance, this is med school for me, and I need to kill it, and I want to prove everyone wrong. And that's kind of like a big segue into my motivation speech, and I want to keep this again under like 6 minutes, so I won't talk too long. But the biggest thing I get asked is, how do I stay motivated? Because there are some long days. There are some long days with like professors critiquing you, or I should say attendings critiquing you, and you got to bed at like 11 p.m. and you have to get up at 4. I mean, the days are really long. But the biggest thing I can think of is only you have that motivation. So your parents can motivate you, your sisters and your friends and your family, but at the end of the day, they don't make you get up in the morning. They don't make you sit at a desk for hours on end. It has to come within. And I honestly, this is like being so truthful, is that I always think of myself in the future. Like I always think of myself having my own practice. I think of myself owning a gym, having my practice on the side. I always think of that end goal, and that helps me tremendously. I know a lot of people that actually put like a quote, or they kind of do like their future on like a little cue card, and they put that up on their desk and they look at it every day, because the days do get long and that motivation does not come easy. So having that constant reminder that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel is, I think it's huge. I heard a quote the other day that, yes, my path is different, but that doesn't mean I'm lost. And I think that's so true for us going to the Caribbean. For anyone watching this video that's thinking of going to Ireland or Australia or any other medical school that's not Canadian or US, is that yes, our path may be different, but we're still getting that MD, okay? Like, I'm serious, and my surgeon right now lets me do so much stuff in surgery. I was first assist today in a surgery. I was doing a hernia repair. Did he care that I went to Ross? No. Did he care that I was Morehouse or Emory, which are the two local universities here? No. He saw me as a medical student. Will that stigma change applying to residencies? Maybe, if I wanted to go into surgery, but I don't. But the stigma right now does not exist, and I'm being honest with you. If I felt it, I would definitely tell you guys, and I did an Instagram post about that as well. So I want you guys to know that motivation, it comes with time. There are times where you're on a high and you saw like your first patient and their interview went amazing. And then there are times where like that interview went really crappy and then you have to present in front of everyone and you have no idea what to present. I'm guilty of that a couple times in internal medicine. So there are days where you have some lows, but out of maybe one bad day, there are 6 good days, and you just have to take that and build on it. So if you have a really awesome day, just wake up refreshed, go to bed early if you can, eat right, sleep, and all that plays a huge part into mental health. And it really is true. And like a lot of people don't talk about mental health and medical students and all that kind of heavy stuff. And I can do a separate video on that as well, but I want you guys to know that you guys can do this. And I'm being very honest with you. If I listened to every single no along the way, I wouldn't be where I am. You just have to keep proving people wrong, and that is motivation right there. Every single time I put on my white coat, I'm so happy to be where I am today. Even the days are long. You get critiqued by people in front of people, and that's not fun. You get critiqued in front of patients, and that's not fun. But you have an opportunity to learn, and that's huge. I wouldn't want to be this exhausted doing anything else with my life. And if you guys can get to that point, that's huge. So I don't think this was probably a really quick video. I probably talked really fast and I'm sorry. But I wanted to keep this at least under not a 13-minute video. So I hope this helps. And again, you guys know the drill. I say this every time. Just comment below. I'll try and get back to you within the week. And then emails as well. I've been slacking on those, and I'll try and get back to you within like a week or 2 weeks, just because surgery is so long. I want to say thank you. Thank you for the messages, and keep proving people wrong, guys, honestly. And for the MERP people, you guys can do it. If you just got accepted to the program, congrats. This is the start of your journey. If you're in MERP right now, keep grinding. Put your head down, don't look back, and have no regrets. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.